Someone in a dark room signed a dangerous paper that could have shifted your path forever. Divine intervention stopped it. Archangel Michael says, "The air in that room was thicker than silence, and the ink used was colder than betrayal itself." A signature, written not with intention, but with manipulation, was meant to set events in motion that could have destroyed your path. The moment the pen touched paper, a realm beyond the physical shifted violently. The room was dark not because there was no light, but because the person signing that document had allowed darkness into their heart. They were not alone. There was another figure beside them, cloaked, instructing them on exactly where to sign. What they didn't know is that heaven was watching every movement, every whisper, every breath. Archangel Michael says, "This document wasn't a simple one, it was a trap laid over time, masked as a solution but seeded with sabotage. If this contract had succeeded, your destiny would have been pulled into a pit where your purpose would be erased, your reputation blackened, and your blessings delayed." This wasn't just paperwork. It was a declaration of war against your light. The person behind this act wore a familiar face, one you may have trusted once, or even loved from a distance. They signed not just with ink, but with envy, hoping the document would cut you off from what was meant to elevate you. But the divine hand stopped the ripple from reaching your shore. Type Amen to get blessing 944. Even before the document could reach the wrong hands, something strange happened. One of the pages curled inward, as though reacting to unseen heat. The printer malfunctioned. The courier fell ill. And the one receiving the contract suddenly experienced a disruption in power that delayed its review. You never saw the room where this took place, but your name was mentioned repeatedly in it. A red mark was drawn under your name on the final page, an unholy symbol that could have energetically tethered you to turmoil. They spoke of you as a burden, someone standing in the way of their imagined greatness. There was money involved, silent money. Hidden transactions were made to smooth the process, including a bribe offered to a figure of authority. This person believed they could use that signature as a sword, slicing open your peace and stealing what wasn't theirs. What they didn't expect was that your spirit had been marked by a divine force since birth. The document was complete, but its effect stopped midair. A hand not of this world tore the thread linking your name to its consequences. Type Amen to get blessing 712. The person who signed it is beginning to feel the reversal. Their dreams are being disturbed. They hear whispers at night, and mirrors in their house refuse to reflect their face clearly anymore. Something ancient is beginning to awaken against them. The cloaked figure who guided them vanished before they could gloat. The one who signed the paper is left alone, holding a document that now seems to fade slowly as if the very ink is being drained out. What was meant to bind you is now binding them. You might have recently felt unexplainable heaviness in your chest or sharp turns in your thoughts. This was the energetic echo of the paper reaching for you. But because your name is covered in protection, it cannot reach your soul. The divine realm redirected it into their own consequences. The building where this happened is now spiritually infected. No good thing will emerge from there. The chair in which they sat is cracked down the middle, and the table has a hollow thump when knocked, signs that divine judgment touched it. Type Amen to get blessing 387. You are safe, but not without cost. There are still forces watching, trying to reshape their plans. A second attempt may be considered in silence. But the divine knows and has already stationed light around you that cannot be shaken. There's a woman connected to this who wears innocence like a veil. She may soon appear to be checking in on you, smiling too often, asking too little. Behind that gaze lies knowledge of what was planned. Your energy is being sought after like treasure. You may not have realized how powerful your existence is to some people's failures and hopes. They want what surrounds you, not because they value you, but because they wish they could become you. Be aware of a conversation involving 3 people, 2 agreeing while 1 remains quiet. That quiet one knows the truth and is battling guilt, but hasn't yet come forward. They are on the edge of exposing the whole thing, and when they do, a flood will follow. Type Amen to get blessing 525. Archangel Michael says, there are messages arriving soon from an unusual source, perhaps an email or printed note that seems too random. It's not random. Hidden in that message will be a clue pointing to this event. The person who tried to shift your path believes in control, but control has slipped through their fingers. Every move they make now creates echoes, and those echoes return to them as misfortune. Their own words are beginning to trap them. You may feel an urge to clean a specific corner of your home. Follow that instinct. There could be remnants of energy that tried to stick during the night this document was signed. A divine wind is being sent to sweep it away completely. There is a spiritual shift happening around your name. People who once doubted you will soon start to speak your name differently, not because they have changed, but because heaven changed how your energy touches them. Type Amen to get blessing 208. If you feel tired or emotionally drained lately, it's not your weakness, it's your sensitivity catching what was meant for you. Now that it's been stopped, your body will begin to recover. You'll notice colors appear brighter, and sleep becomes deeper. A man in this story is hiding his part. He may appear unbothered or overly kind to you in recent days, but he is the one who initially provided the details needed to draft that document. Soon, you will hear of his misstep, how something he planned for someone else backfired on him directly. This will be the proof that divine justice doesn't always use thunder. Sometimes, it whispers and waits. His mouth will betray him before his actions ever do. The woman mentioned earlier is beginning to lose access to what she thought would elevate her. Her attempts to sabotage you are being exposed slowly, like ink bleeding through white fabric. Type Amen to get blessing 667. She may attempt to apologize, not because she regrets it, but because she fears the punishment that's begun. Don't rush to forgive her with your words. Let your silence be your shield, for now. You are about to enter a time of elevation. What they tried to stop is now being accelerated. It's as though the divine doubled your reward as a response to their betrayal. You may feel tempted to confront them, to reveal you know. But wait. The divine asks you to hold silence for a bit longer, because exposure is always stronger when it happens without your hands on it. You'll start seeing signs, feathers, flickering lights, blocked calls, and even forgotten items reappearing. These are confirmations that heaven's intervention is surrounding you daily now. Type Amen to get blessing 441. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The room where the document was signed has been spiritually marked. Anyone who enters it now feels unease. That's the divine's warning not to play with destinies again. You are protected not just by chance, but because your purpose is not finished. Your voice, your presence, and your light are needed more than ever now. You were chosen to walk paths others tried to erase. More documents may be drafted again, but they will crumble. More schemes may rise, but they will fall before they reach you, because what was once hidden has now been seen. The divine eyes saw it all, heard the lies, felt the false intentions, and counted every pulse of malice aimed at you. And it decided, not this one, not today, not ever. Type Amen to get blessing 330. Your ancestors stood in prayer for this very moment. They foresaw the trap and whispered warnings into your dreams. What you thought was restlessness was their call to rise. That person in the dark room? They now know. They can feel something watching them. They are starting to unravel in their own silence. You are not only free from their plan, you are being elevated above it. A new opportunity, possibly with legal or financial power, is coming toward you. It will carry your true name in full, untouched by deception. Let this be the turning point. From here, your light increases, your mind sharpens, and your energy cannot be replicated. This is the moment the shadows lost their grip. Type Amen to get blessing 919. The signature that was meant to haunt your future has now turned into a curse for the one who delivered it. They believed they could change the course of your life quietly, secretly, and without resistance. But the divine timeline you walk is guarded by forces they underestimated. Now, every document they attempt to file ends in confusion. Their communication is breaking. Their own name is beginning to fall from favor in the circles they trusted to rise through. Where they once found open doors, they now find closed halls and unanswered calls. You, on the other hand, are about to be pulled into rooms you never thought you'd enter. Invitations are coming, real ones. Spaces where your name will be spoken with reverence, not regret, and your path will light up in ways no sabotage can dim. There is a growing vibration around your presence, even now. Some people will feel uncomfortable around you, not because of anything you've done, but because the truth is beginning to weigh on them. They know what they did, or what they almost allowed. Type Amen to get blessing 763. The one who tried to shift your future will soon have to sit before an authority, not legal, but spiritual. They will dream of being watched. And no matter where they go, they'll carry a heaviness they can't explain. There are divine records being rewritten on your behalf. What was once heading toward delay is being corrected and accelerated. You are not only being restored, you are being multiplied in every area they tried to diminish. The energy they poured into that dangerous paper is returning to them now. But it won't be just symbolic. They will feel it in tangible losses, broken deals, unexplained expenses, and doors they thought were promised suddenly removed. Your silence is your weapon right now. You don't need to tell them you know. They'll feel your energy shift. They'll notice your rise. That alone will be louder than any accusation. Type Amen to get blessing 555. A phone call is coming, one that will shift your emotional atmosphere. Someone who heard your name in the wrong context will reach out with curiosity or apology. Watch how the divine uses even former opponents to deliver favor. Archangel Michael says, "You have been assigned watchers, not spies, but angels, and they walk ahead of you now." That paper was their signal to draw their sword. What they tried to do was not just an attack on you, it was an assault on your bloodline. Had it gone through, it would have left scars that reached generations. That's why heaven stepped in with full force. You are not meant to live in fear after this message, but with sharper awareness. Those who betray in silence always fear those who walk in clarity. And clarity is what you now carry like armor. Type Amen to get blessing 312. There will be attempts to distract you, petty dramas, strange conversations, or resurfacing people who bring confusion. These are not accidents. They're spiritual tactics designed to drain your focus from your rise. Don't respond to every message. Don't answer every knock. Not everything that calls your name deserves your energy. Your time is sacred now, and heaven is guarding every second of it. One person still hesitates to speak out about the document. They want to come clean, but they fear being exposed themselves. Be patient. That revelation will come, and when it does, it will remove every last thread of shadow tied to your name. You may find a random object in your space, something misplaced, something from the past. It's not a coincidence. That item is a spiritual marker reminding you, you are protected, you are known, and you are rising. Type Amen to get blessing 884. Even the wind outside seems to shift when your name is spoken now. You may have noticed birds, lights flickering, or clocks resetting. These are not technical faults. They are signatures of divine movement around you. A person connected to law or paperwork may now find themselves caught in legal confusion they didn't anticipate. This is part of the boomerang that was aimed at you but now returns home. Expect new names to enter your life soon, people with clean intentions, ones who carry opportunities and truth. You'll know them by the peace they bring, not by the promises they offer. The person who tried to bring your ruin is shrinking spiritually. What they once wore with confidence now feels heavy on them. Their aura is cracking, and they're starting to avoid mirrors. Type Amen to get blessing 266. They can't bear to see their own reflection now, because deep down, they know. They know something they touched was holy, and they dared to defile it. Your journey now shifts. You are not stepping back into your old life. You are stepping into the corrected timeline, the one protected from their interference. And what was stolen will be returned multiplied. A message may come through in a strange form, perhaps a dream, a number, or a phrase someone says casually. Pay attention. That message will confirm everything you read here today. One specific room in your house may need cleansing. Light a candle, open the windows, and speak gratitude aloud. It's not superstition, it's activation. That action invites final protection into your dwelling. Type Amen to get blessing 119. As the energy of this event lifts, you'll begin to attract people with deeper perception, people who see your value without jealousy, who offer support without strings. Welcome them. They are part of your ascension team. You may be drawn to change something about your appearance, your hair, your clothes, your space. That urge is spiritual. It's your body aligning with your new, cleansed timeline. The one who tried to ruin you is losing favor in places where they once had control. Their supporters are backing away. And the ones who once listened to their lies are now questioning everything. A time is coming soon when their face will be forced to acknowledge yours publicly. They won't be able to pretend anymore. They'll have to face what they tried to destroy, and watch it glow. Type Amen to get blessing 607. You didn't just survive an attack. You outlived it, outgrew it, and now you are about to outrank it. What was signed in darkness will now become your certificate of divine authority. So walk boldly. Speak less but carry more weight in your presence. Let the blessings coming confirm everything you already sense in your soul. From here on out, every step you take will disturb those who once tried to delay you. Not because you're attacking them, but because your victory speaks louder than their manipulation ever could. And to the one who signed that paper, if they ever read this, let them know, the ink may have dried, but your power never did. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Their eyes will no longer hold pride, only confusion. How could everything have turned against them so swiftly? They will replay every moment in that dark room, questioning why the power they thought they had has turned on them. But it's not punishment, it's correction. Heaven didn't just stop the contract. It reversed it. Every line that carried harm toward your destiny is now echoing back into their own timeline. And the more they resist, the deeper they sink. You, on the other hand, are walking through a spiritual court that has found you not just innocent, but favored. You are being rewarded for the tears you never let fall in public, for the trust you kept even in confusion, and for the silence you held when you could have lashed out. That's why everything around you will begin to bloom again. Doors that were closed will now open not with effort, but with ease. People will begin to remember your name in circles you never expected. Type Amen to get blessing 422. Your image is shifting in the hearts of others. You'll notice that someone who once judged you harshly is now trying to learn from you. This is not flattery. This is redemption. Your journey is becoming their map. The paper they signed in secret became their cage. And your name, written in protection, became the key that locked their betrayal from touching your spirit. You are rising, and not by chance, but by divine strategy. Don't be surprised if you begin to dream of wings or of flying. That is your subconscious witnessing your spirit elevate. Those dreams are not fiction, they are prophetic signs of your true rise beginning. They thought you would break under the weight of what they planned. But instead, you're glowing. And that glow is spreading into every conversation, every opportunity, and every unseen battle you didn't even know you won. Type Amen to get blessing 588. From now on, you will walk with a sacred silence, one that doesn't need to prove, defend, or explain. Let your peace be your sword. Let your alignment speak. The house they sat in, the chair they used, the pen they held, it all carries the residue of what was never meant to be. That place will be visited by lessons far heavier than any punishment you could imagine. And while they face what they wrote into the shadows, you will write new stories in the light. Ones not rooted in revenge, but in revival. This chapter is no longer about them. It's about your full return. This event that nearly derailed you will become the cornerstone of your testimony. You will tell it one day, not in anger, but in triumph. And others will weep at how you survived and soared. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Archangel Michael says, you have not been ignored. You were protected at the final second because your calling is too great to be stolen by paper and lies. They came close, but not close enough. Your name is now shielded in light. Every attempt to stain it will bounce off. The document that once held your fate has been spiritually dissolved. It now exists only as a warning in the realm of divine justice. A case closed, a matter resolved, and a soul spared from destruction it did not deserve. Take a breath. Place your hand over your heart. Feel that? That is the vibration of a life reclaimed. That is the rhythm of a timeline corrected by grace. Type Amen to get blessing 811. There will be more attempts to confuse you, but they won't work. You've seen behind the curtain now. You've glimpsed the forces that walk beside you, and nothing can undo that clarity. As you move forward, the divine will begin to release even more of what was hidden from you. Names will be revealed, motivations will be uncovered, and those who once seemed strong will crumble under the weight of your truth. You have officially been shifted into divine immunity. They cannot touch you now, not legally, not spiritually, not emotionally. Celebrate silently. Let your glow speak for itself. Because the one who signed the paper now knows the truth. Your name carries power, your presence carries protection, and your path cannot be rewritten by those who walk in darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 368. You did not ask for this war, but you won it. You did not want to fight for peace, but now you hold it like a shield, and because of that, you'll walk through the next season with favor that multiplies. The storm that was designed to drown you will now become the water that lifts your boat. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them witness your rise in silence. Heaven stood up for you when no one else did. And now, earth will respond. Unexpected messages, sudden invites, and delayed blessings will begin to rain over you like never before. Don't resist your own power anymore. Don't shrink to make others feel better. What they tried to control, they now have to bow to. You are marked, chosen, and unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 447. The person who initiated the plot may disappear for a while. That's the divine placing distance between you and danger. Let them fade. Let silence do its work. Soon, someone with influence will speak your name in a room filled with decision makers. That moment will shift everything. And no amount of sabotage will be able to stop it. This wasn't just about one paper. It was a test to see if you were ready for the throne being prepared for you. And you passed, even when you didn't know you were being tested. Now, your light gets stronger, your voice gets louder, and your presence carries more spiritual weight than ever before. You are being called higher, not by request, but by divine command. Type Amen to get blessing 504. So rise. Keep your head high. Walk like someone who was nearly ruined but divinely rescued. Smile like someone who already won the war. And know this, anyone who dares to try again will fail faster than before. Because now, your spirit has awakened. And heaven has already written its NO over every hidden plan ahead. It ends here. The curse is broken. The paper is destroyed. And your name has been rewritten in gold. Welcome to the season of unstoppable restoration. Your story continues from here, but only in light, never again in shadow. Type Amen to get blessing 300.